The Los Angeles Lakers have led NBA offseason headlines this summer, highlighted by Luka Doncic's contract extension and LeBron James' uncertain future with the team. But as the 2025-26 season nears, a top Lakers assistant coach believes that despite the rumors and speculation, Doncic and James will lead the franchise to continued success. LeBron and Luka being able to spend more time together, we think, will be really positive for both of them and obviously our team, Greg St. Jean said to Basket News. Our team is still improving, and the goal for us is obviously to have great depth and be able to have a lot of versatility. Doncic signed a 3-year, $165 million contract to stay in Los Angeles until at least 2028, while James picked up his player option for next season, setting himself up for free agency in 2026. The Lakers also have Austin Reeves as a potential free agent next summer, while signing DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia this offseason. Strong hopes for the Lakers. St. Jean joined the Lakers coaching staff last season, after spending 3 seasons with the team from 2019 to 2021 as a player development coach, helping the franchise win the 2020 NBA Finals. He was also with the Dallas Mavericks alongside Doncic as an assistant coach from 2021 to 2023, watching the Slovenians' growth firsthand. Speaking to Basket News about the Lakers' hopes next season, along with sharing excitement about their off-season additions, St. Jean believes their current roster is set up for success. We've had a lot of versatile players who have played in a lot of big playoff moments. And then we've added some young players who are hungry and excited, St. Jean said. So it's more about a collection of players as opposed to any individual additions. But we've done a great job, and we're excited about our new guys. The signings of Ayton, Smart, and LaRavia got mixed reactions from analysts and fans. While Ayton comes in as their most notable addition, projected to play starting center, his presence is expected to elevate the team's defensive potential. After the Anthony Davis trade, Los Angeles was without a big man they had confidence in, now hoping to slide Ayton into that role. We did a good job with our defense, and we'll continue to build that this year, St. Jean added on the Lakers' defense after losing Davis. We had to evolve and make some changes as the season went on, as the personnel changed. A full season of Luka Doncic. Though it was one of the biggest trades in NBA history, Doncic's arrival in Los Angeles didn't necessarily bring the team increased success right off the bat. He still averaged MVP-level numbers in his 28 regular season games with the Lakers, but having him for full off-season gives hope to St. Jean. The idea of Luka having an opportunity to play in training camp with us is going to be critical, and getting this team to build their chemistry and work together, he said on Doncic. This season, we're poised and excited to have a training camp together. Along with his contract extension, Doncic's summer has been highlighted by his weight loss, revealed on the cover of Men's Health magazine. He credited both having more time in the offseason and a changed outlook on his body and performance as the biggest factors for the transformation. Now with Doncic 2.0, St. Jean feels strongly that, even with his top-tier play in the regular season and playoffs, having an under-contract Doncic from the start of training camp will prove beneficial for the Lakers' title hopes next season. He also mentioned that Doncic being able to spend more time with James is an optimistic sign. However, James made headlines for not missing out on Doncic's press conference confirming his contract extension. Doncic is also currently playing in Eurobasket while James is back in the United States, meaning the duo has yet to share many off-season moments so far this summer. Doncic recently suffered a knee contusion playing for his native Slovenia in a Eurobasket warm-up game. He expects to return to practice and games after taking a few days to recover. While the Boston Celtics will forever be the biggest rival of the Los Angeles Lakers, the franchise also developed a deep rivalry with the Detroit Pistons in the late 1980s. Meeting in back-to-back NBA Finals in 1988 and 1989, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy led the Showtime Lakers in tough battles against the Bad Boy Pistons that featured the likes of Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, and Dennis Rodman. Rodman is widely considered one of the best defenders in NBA history, and his Hall of Fame induction is proof of that. The versatile forward has taken on the challenge of trying to lock down many of the best defensive players the league has ever seen, but one Lakers legend stands out as his toughest challenge, and it came as a surprise to many. Rodman recently appeared on a stream with popular influencer Neon, and when asked who the toughest player he ever had to guard was, he quickly named Worthy. James Worthy from the Lakers. Always him. Worthy isn't a name that often comes up when discussing the all-time greats, but everyone who played with and against him always mentions that he could have put up much greater individual numbers throughout his career but was willing to sacrifice as a member of the Lakers. And this admission from Rodman, who regularly took on the likes of Larry Bird and Dominique Wilkins, says a lot. Of course, Worthy's most famous accomplishment came at the expense of Rodman and the Pistons when he became the first player to ever record a triple-double in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, dropping 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists to lead the Lakers to their fifth NBA championship of the decade while being named NBA Finals MVP. Worthy is recognized to an extent as he is a Hall of Famer that made 7 All-Star teams and was a 2-time All-NBA selection in his career with the Lakers. But arguably the greatest defender of all time, naming him as his toughest matchup says everything about just how talented he was. Lakers GM Rob Pelinka loves a do Thiero modeling game after OG Anunoby. The Lakers certainly hope they've added a potential excellent perimeter defender when they drafted Arkansas forward Adu Thiero. The rookie mentioned that he is looking to model his game after New York Knicks forward OG Anunoby, and Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka believes that is an excellent player for him to emulate. Veteran forward LeBron James remains a consensus top 10 player in the NBA, but he and the Los Angeles Lakers are operating on 2 different timelines. For James, 40, the 2025-26 season may be his last chance to win an NBA championship, while the Lakers are not under the same urgency, with Luka Doncic, 26, and Austin Reeves, 27, just beginning to reach their prime. Many analysts believe the clash in timelines could lead to the Lakers and James parting ways as early as the 2025 NBA trade deadline. In light of the rumors, Sports Illustrated's Ryan Shea floated a mock trade that would see the Lakers acquire a dynamic all-star guard, a sharpshooter, and a first-round draft asset for James. Lakers would receive Darius Garland, Max Strus, 2026 first-round pick. Cavaliers would receive LeBron James, Bronny James. A trade that helps both teams. The writer argued that the trade would help both the Cavaliers and Lakers for several reasons. While the Cavaliers, who own the third shortest odds to win the NBA title, would instantly become the favorites to represent the East in the NBA Finals, the Lakers would add a young all-star in Garland, 25, who will fit Doncic's timeline. With the Cavs in win-now mode, they look to acquire one of the greatest players of all time, LeBron James, wrote Shea. They ship off the injured Garland, who some question if he'll be the same player when he returns from injury. James brings plenty of championship pedigree as he has 4 NBA Finals trophies to his name and has gotten to the finals a total of 10 times, making the Cavs the clear favorites to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy in the 2025-2026 season. Lakers urged to move on from James. Garland, who underwent toe surgery in June, is not expected to be ready for training camp, but is likely to return to full fitness before the end of the year. When he returns, the Lakers will have 3 dynamic guards in Doncic, Reeves, and Garland, all of whom can score in bunches and terrorize defenses in the Western Conference. The Los Angeles Lakers seem to have extended their championship window for the next decade when they acquired Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks last season, wrote Shea. At 26 years old, the Lakers decided to make him the new face of the franchise and build around him for this season and beyond. Although there is concern around Garland's injury, the Lakers bank on the 25-year-old returning to form when he returns. This formulates a dynamic young duo that sets up a bright future for LA. Other analysts have also urged the Lakers to trade the ring-chasing James. Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes named James as one of the top trade deadline candidates to monitor, noting that the Lakers may have no option but to move on from the forward. Though his $53 million salary and outsized presence make trade scenarios tricky, James' status as a ring-chasing star with an expiring contract requires that he be seriously viewed as a candidate to move at the deadline, wrote Hughes.